What's up, fight fans, and welcome to another edition of the Counterpunch. I'd like to start off today's segment with a quote. Whether it's in a ring or a bar, there's always an Irish guy fighting somewhere. Those are the words of Jimmy Kelleher, a strong-hitting middleweight from Scranton, who's looking to go 6-0 this weekend when professional boxing returns to Wilkes-Barre for the first time in 3 decades. If you head to the Irish Boxing Club in Scranton, chances are you'll find Jimmy Kelleher training. Kelleher is a rising middleweight star in the sport of boxing, and for the Scranton native, boxing has always been in his blood. Not because he's a fighting Irishman, but because he grew up around former heavyweight champ Larry Holmes.
I got into this whole sport. My dad used to go to Larry Holmes' boxing gym. He used to spar with Larry Holmes and Art Bayless, Steve Little. So he started bringing me there, and that's where it all began, was in Easton.
Once Kelleher got older, he stepped into the ring himself and had a great amateur career, piling up a record of 74-10 while taking home the silver medal in the Junior Olympics and just missed a trip to the 2016 Olympic Games, falling in the semifinals of the Olympic trials. Now Kelleher has a lot of eyes on him as he's an undefeated pro, but he isn't getting caught up in the hype.
I try to be as humble as I can be. I'm not a big camera guy. I don't like going and talking in front of people at press conferences. I'm very keep to myself. I train hard and just go out there and do what I train to do.
Kelleher may be shy, but when he steps into the ring, he's all business. And as his coach will tell you, you don't want to get caught with any of his punches.
Very deceiving because he's not like a muscle-bound guy per se, but you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. You know, he's when you get in there and you start fighting, start getting clipped by him, they think, wow, this kid could fight, and they change their tune very fast.
With powerful punches, Kelleher has had no problem finishing fighters, and as a pro, 3 of his 5 wins have come via TKO. Aside from the heavy hands, Kelleher's cardio is on point as he's went the distance in his last 2 fights. It sounds like Kelleher does nothing but train all day, but think again. Jimmy Kelleher is quite the busy guy. When he's not here training in the boxing gym, he's off serving the country as a member of the Marines.
I'm still in the Marine Corps. I'm in the reserves, and that plays a huge part in my lifestyle. My brothers are in there. They're all my brothers. We take care of each other, and it's just the nature of what we do.
It's challenging because he just came back from you know, a weekend. He's out sleeping in a tent in the snow, and I don't envy him for that. But I'm very thankful that him and the others are doing that for our freedom. And yeah, he's just an honorable person.
And aside from the Marines, Kelleher, whose dream is to one day be a world champion, works as a welder and goes to school at Johnson College, where he's finishing up a degree in welding. It's a pretty hard task to balance everything, but Kelleher's up to the challenge.
It's a busy day. I'm out of the house by 5 in the morning, and I don't go home until whenever I'm done at the gym. Sometimes it's 9:30 at night, but you only get this opportunity once, so you got to dig it deep and do what you have to do.
Well, after speaking to Jimmy Kelleher, I can tell you that while he may have a busy life, he's completely dialed into this Saturday's bout at Genetti's in Wilkes-Barre. In fact, when I spoke to him, I asked him how training camp is going, and he told me that camp has been going great and that he's been really working hard as he'll try to get another knockout victory in front of the hometown fans in Wilkes-Barre. Well, that's it for today's segment. We'll see you, everyone.